पूरा नहीं पता है तो मतलब क्या पता?
मैम जैसे मैम इतना पता है कि उसका टाइप होता है, क्रोनोलॉजिकल रिज्यूमे होता है, फंक्शनल रिज्यूमे होता है, टारगेटेड रिज्यूमे होता है,
हाँ तो क्या है?
कम्युनिकेशन रिज्यूमे होता है।
हाँ तो क्या है? तुम गूगल देख के बता रहे हो तो बता, समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या तुम बता रहे हो?
यस मैम, लेकिन मैम इसका मैम पूरा डिफिनीशन नहीं पता, इसलिए तो पहले नहीं बताया।
नहीं पता है तो एग्जाम में आता है?
यस मैम।
किसके घर से आवाज आ रही है इतनी?
श्योर मैम।
प्रत्यय प्रकाश, तुम्हारे घर, तुम्हारे यहाँ से आवाज आ रही है। तो
नहीं
वी
अभी
आर,
हम बोल रहे थे ना तो।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है। तो वी आर डिस्कसिंग द टाइप्स ऑफ रेज्यूमे और definition plus examples also. You can take down the notes as and when, whatever you understand. Okay. So types of resume, different resume types used in 2022. Or basically there are the three main types, and then there's the targeted resume, mini resume. So these are the, what is a mini resume? Do you know? What is the target resume? Do you know? Do not know. Okay. So the three main resume types that job seekers use today, that you are getting to know what is suited for which resume will be written by whom, which category of people, so which class of people. So and each has its own strength and its own uses. Like the chronological resume, this is one resume kind which is very popular and it is being used. The functional resume and the combination resume plus the target resume, the mini resume, the resume where you need to where you put a lot of graphs, monographic resumes. These are all the types of resume. Basically, you will learn all, but the three main types of resume are the chronological. As the name requires, as it is clear from the name, a chronological resume is a resume that focuses heavily on your work history, on your educational background. Its key feature is that it lists your work history in order of when you held each position in chronological order. It means what you are doing now, like pursuing BBA from CIMAGE College, this will be on the top. And then there will be intermediate, and then there will be your educational qualification. Since you all are freshers, you're not worked any in any other company. So last will be first, with your most recent job listed at the top. Like the most recent job, here we are talking about the most recent educational qualification. Like will be at the top. You are pursuing BBA from CIMAGE College, Patna. This will be on the top, and then you will write your intermediate and your 10th. The chronological format is the most common part. Is the most common type. Just as you saw that the block style is the most popular and the most common type of format of letter writing. So chronological format is the most common type of resume and is considered the standard for most industries. What are the two advantages of chronological resume? It lets the hiring manager easily see how you've progressed in your career. What are they going to see in your resume is your marks. The moment we see the marks, you've got good marks in 10th, but not so good in intermediate, immediately we ask. हम लोग पूछते हैं कि क्या हुआ, 10th में अच्छा था, इसमें क्या हो गया था? हाँ, yes, I was not well, so this happened and that happened, तो stories बनाते वो लोग. So this is the first thing which anybody can see. It lets the hiring manager easily see how you have progressed in your career. and it puts your most relevant work experience at the top where it's been seen first by recruiters and employees. Now, somebody who's been worked for 15 years, say, and the last job he was working for was, and he is working at, say, XYZ company. He will put the last first, like the first thing that the recruiter will see is that कहाँ ये काम कर रहा है. So working at XYZ company since the date will be there. So the last will be the first, and then he will go down to describing his previous jobs and the job title. So who should use this? A chronological resume is ideal for if you have no major gaps between your previous jobs, consistent progression throughout your career, and a long record of accomplishment and skills in the industry you've applied to. It means in this kind of people who should use this, people who do not have any gaps in their working career. So, examples. So, this is the example of a chronological resume. You can see the resume summary. Here you will introduce your relevant experience, achievement, and skills. So, what is his experience? What is his resume summary? Administrative assistant with 6 years of experience organizing presentations, preparing and maintaining the utmost confidentiality. Possess a BA in history and expertise in Microsoft Excel, looking to leverage my knowledge and experience into a role as project manager. The resume summary is also called the objective of resume. Then he goes down to to write that what is his present excuse me, professional experience, past jobs or relevant experiences, most recent at the top, 3 to 5, and he will describe it by bullets. Then he has put his education, highest degree, school name, and academic honors, and then he has put additional skills. So he has the complete history, and it is all in a page. One thing about resume is that you should compile it in a page. So let us talk about his experience. Professional experience, Bedford and Sons, Boston, MA. So September 2015 till present, when he's still working. The first. अभी तक ये यहाँ काम कर रहा है जो सबसे ऊपर में होगा. उसके बाद he has bulleted whatever he has done, scheduled and meeting, coordinated meetings, appointments, and travel arrangements for supervisors and managers, trained to administrative assistants during a period of company expansion to ensure attention, develop new hiring. Sorry, it's new filing and organization practices, saving the company some money per year, contracted labor expenses, maintain utmost discretion with dealing with sensitive topics, manage travel and expenses reports and departments. So this is what he's been doing in the present job that he's working in. Then he talks about his previous job, which is June till August 2015. So there is no gap. See, June 2011 to August 2015, and then he joined another company in September 2015 till present. So he is not showing any gap. And then he works for, he showed two companies, right? And then he showed educational qualifications and his additional skills. Expert in Microsoft Office with a focus on Excel, bilingual in Spanish and English, web and tech savvy, requires little to no training. So when a recruiter sees this, this is quite clear. Everything is very clear and concise in bulleted points. So nothing is like the resume summary is there, professional experience is there, education and additional skills. So the chronological resume is the most common type, and it helps the reader, the recruiter, to quickly see your progress, and it puts your relevant work experience at the top where it will be seen first by recruiters. And who should use this chronological resume? People who do not have any gaps in the career. Right? Functional resume. Second, a functional resume is a type of resume designed to focus on your relevant professional skills rather than your chronological work history. So here we are not talking about chronological work history. Here you may have gaps. In a functional resume, you can have gaps. In this way, this is different from chronological. So it is basically, it deals with the relevant professional skills rather than your chronological work history. The defining feature of a functional resume is its expanded relevant skills. Here we are only talking about your relevant skills. The functional is means something which you are using. Here we are talking about transferable skills, something which you have acquired, something which you have learned, something which you have achieved, something which you have practiced. Skills that resume that recruiters look for today. We are talking about all the transferable skills. We'll discuss transferable skills in the next class. So the defining feature of a functional resume is its expanded relevant skills section, which takes up the majority of your resume and replaces a detailed work experience section. Additionally, the relevant skills section of a functional resume groups your experience under skill categories. Instead of job titles, under each category, bullet points are used to highlight examples of your accomplishment or other ways you put your skills to work. Who should use this? So, the functional resume talks about relevant skills. So, functional resume will likely suit you if you are changing industries from one industry to the other. You're changing. You're on the move, and someone with sizable gaps in your work history. Some people who people who change their jobs, and people who have sizable gaps in your work history. We'll take a look at the example of a functional resume. Resume summary, or we call it also the objective of your resume. So, introduce your relevant experience, achievements, and skills. Experience customer service representative with a proven track record of boosting month-to-month sales, able to predict, evaluate, and meet the specific needs of customers while maintaining an efficient work schedule. Awarded Employee of the Month for consistently receiving positive outcome feedback, customer feedback. Seeking to leverage my experience in customer service to fill a sales clerk position in Blamies. So this is the company he's hoping to apply for, that he's applying for. Relevant skills. Now, what are his relevant skills? Customer service. Receive a 95% on customer service feedback surveys on a consistent basis by providing a friendly in-store environment. Enhance the customer experience by providing quality assistance and in-depth product knowledge. Educate customers on up and coming brands and the latest fashion trends. So he speaks about his relevant skills. Sales exceeded sales goals an average of 10% for 5 straight months. Upsell customers through the recommendation of products that meet their specific needs. Process 30 plus customers transactions a day and factored sales, discounts and promotions into the final price. Merchandising, restock and organize new shipments of inventory in a timely manner, cutting average of 2 days off the merchandising process. Develop and create unique displays and attract customers to a desired product. Team worker who is able to adapt in a highly dynamic and changing situations in the office. So what he has highlighted is his relevant skills and work history also is there. He's talked about 2014, 2015, he shows the gap where he was a sales representative and education is there. Associate degree, fine arts at this college in New York. He was sales clerk 2016, 2017. And we show the gap 2014 to 15. So you need to show the gap also, plus your education. So work history, short list of past jobs and employer name, job title, years and years employed, education, highest degree, school name, and academic honors. So the functional resume talks about the relevant skills. So who will use it? People who have gaps in their career and people who are someone who is changing industries. Combination resume, the third is the combination of both the chronological and the functional put together. So a combination resume mixes the most useful elements of the chronological and the functional resume. It is a blend of both the resumes, the functional and the chronological. It focuses on your skills as a functional resume does, but also provides ample space for you to detail your work history. So it has both. Functional has both. You focus on your work history also, and you highlight your relevant skills as well. Usually in chronological order. So who should use it? Compared with the other type of resume formats, a combination resume is a good choice if you have any of the following to showcase. Technical skills you have developed over a long specialized career. Transferable skills with full details of your work history. Here we are talking again about transferable skills. Can anyone tell me what are transferable skills? Yes. Okay. We'll take this in another class. So combination resume example. Here's what a combination resume looks like. Let us take a look. So resume summary. A general bookkeeper with 8 years experience using both single entry and double entry system for medium-sized business, specialized in performing bookkeeping for multi-million-dollar companies, possesses expertise in numerous pieces of bookkeeping software, identified and eliminated departments. Yeah, to eliminate inefficiencies to increase productivity by 15%. Relevant skills he has put the finance, corrected spreadsheet error, saving by perform financial calculations such as and principles of the multi-million dollar company, certified QuickBook accountant organization, check figures posting, perform general, maintained error-free financial books for over 7 years. So he has first you put his relevant skills, and then he has put his work experience. So since it is a combination of both, so he has to put we have to put this accordingly. First the relevant skills, and then the technical skills, relevant or technical or whatever, and then work experience. And he's talked about uh, work experience 2012 to present. Last first, he's still working here, and an administrative assistant bookkeeper from June 2010 to 2012. Education, BS accounting, whatever, certified bookkeeper. So he has put the education like this. What has he done? Operated computers programmed with accounting software in record, store and analyze information. Operated 10 key calculations, typewriters and copy machines to perform calculations and produce documents, matched order forms and invoices and record the necessary information. Something which you should know, the combination resume is the blend or the combination of chronological and functional resume. So it has the technical skills and the transferable skills. People who have technical skills and transferable skills will write this. They will choose this type of resume, and it should have both. It should have the technical skills as well as your work history all put together. It is a combination of both. So explained so beautifully. Now, alternative resume types, targeted resume. Can somebody read this? Read and understand? Hello, anybody in the class read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, पढ़ो उसको. Hey, I'm going to take your test right now. Ask you. Yes. Read.
A targeted resume is a resume that's
Tailored.
tailored to address the specific needs of each company you apply to. You can forget it as either a functional combination or chronological resume. The key difference is that you specially target each detail to the role you are applying for. To write an effective targeted resume, read through the job position and look for any notable skills, job duties, keywords, or requirements that apply to you. Then adjust your resume to highlight your most relevant skills and experience.
It means
Right.
the targeted resume is look for keywords in the advertisement. What are they looking for? And then if your skill matches the company, the need of the company, then you can apply. Because here you're going to highlight you can target your skills for some particular job. Yes, read. क्या हुआ पढ़ो.
Yes, ma'am. Writing a targeted resume takes longer than other types of resumes because you need to research each company and write your resume to meet each job description's requirements. However, it's also the most effective resume you can write because it makes you look perfect for a specific job.
Yeah, because uh, this is the requirement, and if they are looking for people with this skill, then you can apply for it. Like there are many jobs in Accenture or um, Infosys where they look for people with good communication skills. So anybody who has good communication skills that can apply. So if you see any vacancy and if the requirement is good communication skills, you can if you have the skill, you can apply. So this is the target. You're targeting on one skill. You're targeting something which has been advertised, the skill which the keyword used, or something which matches your skill. Like if you are a good manager, you have been managing, you have the leadership skills, you have the problem solving skills, or if you have that interpersonal skill. So when we'll talk about transferable skills, if you have any of those skills, you can, and if the requirement is as such, then you can apply for this job. Yes, it takes a longer because you need to research quite a lot. There are a lot of companies which, like even Wipro, they look for people who have good communication skills, people who can speak good English. Though it's an IT company, but then people who have good communication skill, they are always on the look. They are always needed. There's always dearth of people for people who can write good English, technical writers, people who can speak good English, people who has um, people who have voice and accent training, so that they can train others. So look for these type of skills, the requirements. If it fits you, you can join. So this is the target resume. Who should use it? If your experience and skills match the job description, then you should write a targeted resume, because targeted resumes are most likely to get callbacks. Anyone should write one if they have the relevant background. Now, if I ask you what transferable skills do you have, I gave you that exercise on personality some time ago. There was some question that you answered, isn't it? What personality do you have? Are you a problem solving person? Are you a person who likes to work in a group? Or do you feel comfortable in groups, or are you comfortable working alone? So a lot of things are there. So if you have that particular skill, you can go for target resume. So and then there's the infographic resume. You need to know the name. There's a mini resume. Anyways, infographic. Though it is very colorful, it looks good to some people. People who are good in IT, they will use this. They have used Pi and all that. So see, but this is a type of resume you should also know. Infographic, where a lot of graphs are there. So infographic resume. So unlike standard resume, an infographic resume incorporates graphics and other visual elements to present your professional details in a unique, attention-grabbing style. So here's an example of what an infographic resume looks like. You see for yourself and work it out. So professional skills. Who will use this? People who are into IT. If you are an aspiring graphic designer, using an infographic resume can be a good way to showcase your graphic design skills and demonstrate them at the same time. If you're looking for a creative resume without all the infographics, a visual resume can also be a good option. So look at the way he has presented his details. 95%, 81%, CSS, PS, AI, artificial intelligence, HTML. So my interest, branding 8.5, illustrations 9.6, web designing 6.8, manipulation 5.4. So what he is good at? Illustrations 96, 9.6. Languages, English 92%, German 16%, French 34%, Spanish 41%. What about you guys? English 50%, Hindi 90%, French 0, Spanish 0. Anyways, I'm just joking. So this is also a way people people have been using this kind. All these people who are into IT, they love to show data. The visual interpretation. मैंने आपको एक class दिया था ना उसका. So this is visual interpretation. You can give an example of a visual interpretation by an infographic resume. What does it look like? So then we come to federal resume. You don't read this. Then there is the mini resume. Federal I'm not using because we are not applying outside. We're not applying abroad. US government from jana nahi. So the mini resume. So this type of resume can be anything from a business card size handout. It is like a handout. आप देख रहे हो उसको. This is a resume. कहीं opportunity हुआ तो आप दे दिए. When you go and meet somebody in a conference, you just hand it out like a visiting card. So mini resume. Mini already matlab hi hota hai कि mini is small. So this type of resume can be anything from business card size handout featuring a brief version of your resume introduction to a notepad paper size resume. The idea is you keep a mini resume on hand in case you happen to meet a recruiter or CEO. So here's an example of a printable mini resume that can fit on a business card. So this is the front, the name, computer programmer, and then he's put his address, phone number and address. Back, experienced, entrepreneurial, dynamic computer programmer. That shows his relevant skill, 5 years experience in successful design, development, and support of live user application, C++, Java, C, ASP.NET, SQL, MS, Visual Studio, Eclipse, JBoss, Tomcat, certification, CCNA, Unicenter Certified Engineer. So this says it all, the mini resume. People इसको अपने पास रखते हैं और जब मौका मिला कहीं किसी से मिले तो उसको आराम से वो they can introduce themselves. This is also for senior position also. Who should use it? If you are looking for a new job and are attending a network events or industry conferences, take a mini resume with you. Unlike a job fair, you wouldn't necessarily be looking for jobs at these types of events. So it doesn't make sense to bring full size printouts of your resume. A mini resume gives you something to hand out in case a good opportunity presents itself. So it provides more information to potential employees than just a business card with your contact details to it. Let me get back. Now, give me the feedback. What do you understand by chronological resume? People, I want you to speak. What are the types of resume? Come on. Something has gone wrong with this batch or what? You guys have stopped speaking at all. Are you sleeping? So today everybody is absent today. आपके कैमरे ऑफ हैं तो सब absent हो आज. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I will mark everybody absent today. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there are 4 kinds of resume,
No.
as you said. Am I audible, ma'am?
वो तो नहीं बताया था मैंने. कितने बताया बताइए.
Chronological resume, functional resume, combination resume, targeted resume.
And infographic resume, mini resume कहाँ चला गया?
Yes, ma'am. Many resume also.
क्या कर रहे हो अरीशा जैसा? Are you sleeping?
No, ma'am.
Are you there in the class or not?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see anybody in the class. Only Komal is present today.
मैम क्रोनोलॉजिकल रिज्यूम का मतलब होता है कि लिस्ट
मैं
होता है
मुझे
मैम
नहीं
वर्क
जाना.
एक्सपीरियंस
कोई
का।
अगर कैमरा बंद करके बोल रहा है तो मुझे सुननी नहीं है. चलिए कोमल, ओनली यू आर प्रेजेंट टुडे इन माय क्लास. चलो बताओ.
Yes, ma'am. Chronological resume is a resume type that focuses heavily on your work history.
फाइन. नेक्स्ट आ जाइए.
Functional resume, ma'am. A functional resume is a type of resume designed to focus on your relevant professional skills.
And who should use this
Next.
functional resume?
Yes, ma'am. Functional resume, ma'am, changing industries or someone with sizable gaps in your
With
work
gap in
history.
the work history. Yes, next resume कौन सा है?
Ma'am, functional.
फंक्शनल क्या है? फंक्शनल रेज्यूमे भूल गई, लिखी नहीं थी. If you will not make notes, you will not remember. And this question has come in your exam.
And functional resume is a type of
12
resume.
marks. Resume writing में ये सब बताया आपको, फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में बताया गया होगा. But since you all have forgotten, and this was in your second semester exam, this question was there for 12 marks. बताइए, कॉम्बिनेशन रेज्यूमे फंक्शनल रेज्यूमे में क्या फर्क है?
Communication and functional.
Ma'am, functional resume focuses on more on skills rather than the work experience. Whereas, ma'am, combination resume is a format that in which a best aspect of chronological resume format and a functional resume format.
And what is targeted resume? क्या तुम लोग क्या लिखोगे एग्जाम में? I just do not understand. What are you going to write?
Yes, ma'am, we can say target resume is a resume which is for a specific job.
Shouldn't you know what are the types of resume? आपने resume बनाया भी तो नहीं होगा अपना ना? कब बनाओगे तुम लोग? The second semester is almost over. And nobody has ever showed any. मैंने कहा था objective क्या लिखोगे वो बताओ. No work done. You guys have become lazy. कोई काम नहीं तुम लोगों को है, बस घर में बैठे हुए. Enjoying life, king size life you all are enjoying. I don't know. Are you all prepared for the exam? Honestly tell me.
मैम भाईवा कब से होगा?
पहले बात का जवाब दो, और ये कमरा बंद करके बात करने का क्या है? मैं क्यों जवाब दूं तुम्हें? तेरा कैमरा भी
कैमरा ऑन
ऑफ
करो।
रहता है। दिस इज रूड, आई टोल्ड यू सो मेनी टाइम्स। किसी भी क्लास में कैमरा बंद करके आप अगर बात करते हैं, दिस इज रूडनेस, हाइट ऑफ रूडनेस। लेकिन तुम सुधरोगे नहीं, तुम कैमरा बंद करोगे तो ठीक है। जितने लोग कैमरा अभी ऑन किए हैं उनको हम प्रेजेंट मार्क कर रहे हैं। डोंट कम रनिंग टू मी कि मैम मैं तो प्रेजेंट था। बहुत उनको जीरो मिला है इंटायर क्लास में। तो मैं पूरा क्लास के मैम आप जीरो लिख दिया है। आपने जीरो दिया, कुछ गलती हो गई होगी। कोई गलती हमसे नहीं होती व्हेन यू आर नॉट। एंड ऋतिक, दिस इज रियली बैड मैम। पता नहीं और लोग इसको कैसे पुट अप करते हैं, आई डू नॉट नो। कैमरा बंद करके आप बात कर। चलिए, व्हाट विल यू
ऑन है
राइट?
मैम।
12 मार्क्स का ये क्वेश्चन आता है। व्हाट आर द रिज्यूमे टाइप्स? एंड दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन इन योर सिलेबस। पूरा यहाँ पर हमको डब्बा गोल नजर आ रहा है। यू गाइस आर नॉट स्टडिंग। चलिए, somebody give me the feedback what you have understood before I leave the class. कोई क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं आपके पास जवाब नहीं रहता है, you immediately you turn to Google। अब उसकी लाइन बाय लाइन आप पढ़ रहे। ऐसा कभी हुआ कि मैंने कोई पूछा है आपने जवाब पढ़ सकता है? इट शोज योर प्रिपरेशन। क्या प्रिपरेशन तुम्हारा है? हाउ आर यू इवन गोइंग टू डेयर टू गिव योर एग्जाम? पढ़ लेंगे, कब पढ़ लोगे? हम्म, सारे के सारे कैमरा बंद, मुंह बंद। अब किनको देखिए, गौरव
मैम
आप।
नीतीश सर का क्लास है मैम अभी।
हाँ, तो हम जान रहे हैं। तो अब नेक्स्ट क्लास से आपका शेड्यूल नहीं करने वाले हैं क्लास। नो पॉइंट कि 1 घंटा किसी और क्लास में दे देंगे। पीपल आर स्टडिंग, पीपल आर आंसरिंग। आई विल गिव दिस क्लास टू गिव दिस टाइम टू सम अदर स्टूडेंट्स। ये तरीका रहा तो